Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 65 and Thriving. This video is going to be recorded and put on YouTube. So, for those of you catching the replay on YouTube, welcome. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bethania. I am an insurance broker, owner of Mendre Insurance Group, and creator of my Medicare Blocks. So this video and my Medicare blocks are designed for people turning 65, new to Medicare, or simply confused about Medicare. My Medicare blocks are perfect for visual learners and hands-on learners, those who have tried to navigate Medicare on their own, read everything possible, yet still struggle to make sense of it all. If you are uncertain about your current coverage and worry that a single health issue could jeopardize your retirement, this is for you. This is also for anyone looking to reclaim their health care, secure their Medicare, and protect their retirement because what you don't know can hurt you. I created my Medicare blocks with you in mind. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching this video today. What you are going to discover with my Medicare blocks once you go through the full presentation is that you're going to be able to understand Medicare, its different parts, and how they all work together. You'll understand exactly how my exclusive Medicare blocks make Medicare simple and easy. You'll learn that you can Medicare plan. You will feel confident in actually taking charge and command of your Medicare, even if you've never understood insurance before. You will learn how to stay on top of all the changes in Medicare every year, year after year, without a worry. And most of all, my Medicare blocks will show you how easy Medicare can be so you can worry less about it and focus more on what's important to you in your retirement and thrive. Plus, if you stick around, not only am I going to answer all of your questions live in my Facebook group, but I'm also going to give you my visual Medicare guide. It's going to be a PDF, a downloadable PDF version, and I'll send that straight to your inbox. So please join my Facebook group, 65 and Thriving, and stick around until I reveal all of my Medicare blocks. Now, tell me if this sounds familiar to you. Are you scrolling endlessly through blogs and videos, hoping that Medicare is just going to make sense to you eventually? How about are you dodging the never ending phone call after phone call after phone call after phone call after phone call of random people trying to get you to sign up for their random plan that promises you everything under the sun? Are you wasting precious time going through piles, and I mean piles of mail, trying to figure out what is actual important mail and what is just nothing but Medicare spam? Do you consider yourself intellectual and analytical, but Medicare still has you scratching your head? Have you asked your friends and family for Medicare advice only to get contradicting answers? Do you know what you want out of your Medicare plan, but don't know which plan to choose to get your desired result? Listen, you are not alone. There are tons of people right now struggling with the exact same thing. As a matter of fact, according to the US Census Bureau, 10,000 people, 10,000 people are turning 65 in the United States every single day. That's 10,000 people every single day going through and experiencing exactly what you're going to through, trying to figure out their Medicare. So when I first got in the Medicare space back in 2017, I was one of those people. Absolutely, I was one of those people. Medicare is just not simple or easy, even for me. It can feel extremely overwhelming and frustrating, knowing that if you don't get this right, you could be penalized, knowing that if you don't have your Medicare figured out, but have to make a decision soon, if not immediately, knowing that Medicare is not a one size fits all, and what your neighbor has doesn't mean is going to be what is best for you. You may be spending hours researching and consuming information, hoping it gives you the answer to all your Medicare problems. Knowing that if you don't know what you don't know about Medicare can hurt you and your retirement. All of this because you have yet to experience how my Medicare blocks can make Medicare simple and easy, so you can worry less about it and focus more on what's important to you in your retirement and thrive. So imagine for just a second literally building your own Medicare plan with your needs in mind. Imagine not having to worry if an unexpected medical issue is going to devastate your finances. Imagine having someone on your side guiding you every step of the way, every year, year after year, to make sure that you are always in the plan that works and where you need to be, regardless of how Medicare changes year after year. Now, imagine being able to delete all of those spam Medicare emails and throw away that stack of confusing Medicare junk mail that you receive every day. What about your phone ringing off the hook? Imagine actually answering the phone and saying, "Hey, I got this figured out. Bye." Yeah. Imagine being able to travel and visit family and friends wherever they are, knowing that the plan you chose has you covered. That's called peace of mind. And yes, you can do this. And yes, that can be you. Even if you have no clue what you're doing, even if you've already made some choices, even if you've tried and read everything under the sun and then some, even if you find Medicare insurance just plain confusing. Does that sound like a stretch? Too good to be true? I get it. I get it. I get it. Like I said, I felt the same way when I first got into the industry back in 2017. I was always frustrated when I tried to explain Medicare to people in your exact same shoes. Why? Because it seemed like no matter how I explained it to people, they just still didn't get it. And I'm supposed to be the expert simplifying it. So it was just incredibly frustrating to me as well. I did my best to simplify Medicare, and I've helped hundreds of people protect their retirement and medical bills, penalties, gaps in coverage. But that didn't change all of the misleading Medicare information out there that is constantly being broadcasted everywhere. On top of that, Medicare changes every year. I I still always thought there has to be an easier way. There just has to be an easier way. The bad news for me was I was making Medicare easy, just like everyone else, just like everyone else, every other insurance agent, broker that claims to make Medicare easy. And I have done it all. I've drawn pictures. I've had full on PowerPoint presentations. I've done seminars. I've done webinars. You name it, and I've probably done it. Yeah. It took me a lot of time, a lot of time, and countless hours thinking of how to actually make Medicare easy without skipping the important information. Okay. At the end of the day, I remain feeling that there just has to be an easier way. There has to be an easier way. The good news for you is I have solved all of that just for you by creating my Medicare blocks. My blocks cover parts A, B, C, D, Medicare supplement plans, as well as what is not covered by Medicare. Not just that, but they literally work together the same way that Medicare and all its parts work together. My Medicare blocks are a visual representation of Medicare, and they're an exclusive tactile tool designed with you in mind. Now, here's a little bit about me. I am a proud Hispanic mother of two boys and one girl. Now, back in 2013, I had an emergency C section and I spent 4 weeks in the hospital in intensive care because my uterus got infected, my kidneys got infected, my uterus got infected, my kidneys got infected, my lungs got infected, and I went septic. I this is my son. That's when he was 1. Now, I don't remember the first month of his life because of this. And then my firstborn, that's him right there. He didn't understand why I wasn't home for so long. Now, thankfully, not only did was I, stabilized and recovered, but I also did have a health plan in place that helped me not just with the medical bills, but it helped me financially. It helped me financially recover. Now, I did get started in the insurance industry back in 2015 with State Farm. This is much after. Um and shortly after that, I got into the Medicare space in 2017 with another captive agency. Now, while I was there, I felt like I wasn't able to effectively I felt like I wasn't able to effectively help people, and because of that, I wasn't happy. I was not happy there. Now, in January of 2018, I had my daughter, Princess Sayla. This is her right here. And thankfully, I did have the same protection in place to help me during this time. Unfortunately, just a few weeks later, my older sister passed away. So, on top of how devastating that was, it was also the first time that I felt like I failed as an insurance agent. Why? Because literally, excuse me, literally just the month prior on her birth month, I was explaining to her the importance of life insurance, but She declined it. She refused it because she just didn't believe in it. Excuse my tears. She left behind 3 children. So not long, excuse me. Not long afterwards, I did leave that captive agency, and I learned that I could go off as an independent agent, and that gave me the ability to help almost anyone. I was under another agency, another independent agency for a very, very, very short amount of time before realizing that I wanted to build my own. So in March of 2019, I founded Mendre Insurance Group, and I've been able to help hundreds of individuals with their Medicare, their health insurance, and their life insurance. Now, it wasn't until specifically this year, 2024, that I actually got really, really serious about making Medicare easy. So I was thinking about all the ways that people were teaching Medicare. That led me to think about different ways that people learn. So Neil Fleming was a teacher, and he researched how people learn. He developed the VARK model, and that identifies 4 primary learning styles: visual learners that prefer using images, diagrams, charts, and other visual aids to understand information. That's me. I'm one of them. Um, Auditory learners that learn best through listening to lectures, discussions, and audio materials. We have our reading and writing learners who prefer reading and writing to learn and to understand information. And then we have our kinesthetic learners. They learn best through hands-on activities, experience, experiments, and real life experience. Now, excuse me. I knew that there's materials and tools available to learn Medicare for all of these learning styles except for one. And this was our kinesthetics learners. And I could not find a tool for our kinesthetic learners to learn Medicare. And I don't want them to learn the hard way from experience how not to go about Medicare. So that gave me the idea that I needed to create one. I needed to create a tool for those kinds of learners. So excuse me, from that day forward, I did spend countless hours learning, brainstorming, and coming up with ideas until one day, while I was listening to an audiobook, I noticed my daughter playing with some blogs, and it just clicked. It just clicked in my head. And I got to it. I got to creating it. So, could you imagine finally a tactile tool used to understand Medicare? Could you imagine attending one of my Medicare Blocks workshops and actually building your own Medicare plan with these blocks? Could you imagine actually enjoying learning about Medicare? So, are you ready to see what my exclusive Medicare blocks look like and what they can do for you? So, let me show you. Okay. Now, I've already introduced these in my Facebook group, but this is for my YouTube viewers watching the replay. So, this is my part A block. Part A is your hospital and your facility coverage. It's usually premium free, and it does have a deductible. Here is my Medicare blocks part B. This is for your Medicare Part B. Part B is your Medicare medical coverage. It is not premium free. Um, you will usually pay the standard Part B premium. However, if you are a higher income earner, you could be paying more than that. So on top of that, it has a premium. It also has cost sharing. But again, Part B is your medical coverage. This is your primary care doctor, your specialist, your x-rays, your blood works, all that is covered under this block. Then we have Part C. So Part C is your Medicare Advantage plans. Now they have to cover the minimum that original Medicare's Parts A and B cover. And most of Part C Medicare Advantage plans, most, not all, come with Part D coverage. Now, this is my Part D block. And Part D is your standalone prescription drug plans. These also usually have a premium attached to them. Now, that's not all of them. So, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am going to be introducing my Medicare supplement plans, Medicare block in my Facebook group, 65 and Thriving. And this again will be live. So make sure you join. And if you are watching from YouTube, the link is going to be down below. Just click on it, join the group, and learn. I know that with my Medicare blocks, I'm going to show you just how easy Medicare can really be. So you don't have to worry about it, and you can worry a lot less about it and focus more on what's important to you in your retirement and thrive. So I will see you guys tonight in the Facebook group. Thank you for watching.